time for the Honda starting goaltenders. Beginning with Jordan Binnington. Numbers are top ranked in all categories on the heels of a Stanley Cup victory last spring. 13 wins, tied for second in the league. Goals against average, that is 7th best. Tristan Jarry has appeared in 4 of the last 5. Won 4, lost 1 in the past 5. Matt Murray's backup is in his 5th game in the Penguins' past 6. And the 2 guys that are the featured centermen take the first draw, and it's won by Evgeny Malkin. And Jack Johnson was a late scratch for the Flu. Nick Bjugstad, Patrick Hornquist, Justin Schultz. Maybe we should just tell you who's playing. For the Penguins, it's 8 regulars. Around this is wrapped behind. Can be angled on back and held there by Pettersson. Marcus Pettersson. Just a flipper from the point. And it may have been tipped en route. And it's 1-0 Penguins. Teddy Bluger may have gotten a piece of that one. Looks like he did. 39 seconds in. 1-0.
Well, a hard-working shift here for this line of the Penguins. Shoot the puck in. Takes the bounce. Big hit by Tanev. The cycle below the goal line. Move the puck from low to high. And then just get a puck to the front of the net. You mentioned it, Doc. The redirect in front. Change direction. Teddy Bluger in front of the net.
Nothing more frustrating for a goaltender on a shot that is really a nothing risker. If there was nobody in front, it'd be the easiest of saves, but a terrific redirect, a difficult start for Binnington off a tip by Bluger.
Here is Thomas around behind on a pass from Barbashev. Back over near Vince Dunn, who played it back along on the turning stick of Tyler Bozak, and then flipped on deeper for Thomas. Stymied there by Ricola, and then it came back over for Thomas, who fed one in front off of Ricola, and then it can be tapped ahead for the control back out of McCann. Handed back in. It is flipped on now from Jared McCann. The assist to Pettersson and Tanev on the goal by Teddy Bluger. At 39 seconds. Flung back in traffic. It came on back now for Pettersson again, and that off the glove of the netminder Binnington.
Nice pass by Galchenyuk to start that play, Doc.
Pettersson is shot. Oh, and it found its way into the paraphernalia of Binnington through a heavy screen.
Well, so far we've seen the Penguins move the puck from low to high in the offensive zone. The goal by Bluger, and now that last opportunity from Pettersson. Good net front presence as well by the Penguins, starting early and often here against the Blues.
Bluger's goal, his 3rd one of the season. Past the halfway mark of this first period, the Blues have gotten the last 7 shots on goal after the Penguins got the first 8. Nudge back ahead for the carry-on by Malkin. Malkin gains the zone and hands it on now for Simone. Around it comes now, and it's fed on back now to Pettersson. Turns it on to Malkin, guides it back to Ruhwedel. Drive, save, trying to cover, but unsuccessful in doing it was Binnington. Away from Brouwer, nudged on by Gunnarsson, flicked by Delarose, off of Malkin, follow up, and a shot was blocked down on the try from Gensel. He's plowed into by Delarose, around behind it comes to Simone, shot by Ruhwedel is saved by Binnington, nudged on for the carry back out by Barbashev, and he backhands it back in.
And of course, that experience as well, and the Blues know him well from having been there prior to coming back for the 2nd time.
Oh, a good shot out in front, and that one stopped from Nathan Walker's stick by Jarry. Another try, and a good acrobatic block there. The butterfly stop with the pad of Jarry on Falk. Another shot, and that one blocked down, as getting in the path of that was McCann.
Great effort there. Headlong shot block. Beautiful job from McCann.
Round behind taking this is Stefan Nason. Nason wheels to the outside, hands it on to the back now to Letang. Nicely steps by, and then Letang tried to get through, and it's flung wide of the net by Blandisi. Blandisi able to keep it alive, though, tucked it back to Letang. Fires, and that one casually grabbed and held by Binnington.
Well, the shot block by McCann that Edzo was talking about, head first, stick out.
Back in now is Bouwmeester with 18 seconds to go. And here they sit, and the period's about to end for us. Jammed across for Barbashev, played back up for the lob back in, and the casual deflection to the corner by Jarry. Then Malkin in the last 4. Pass ahead, but it goes back down. No icing on the play, and the horn sounds, and that's the first period. Pettersson flopped it back in. Pietrangelo, the Blues captain, took over there, and McCann is able to spin one across. Guided right into the path of Schenn. Braden Schenn brings it back over, shooting a headhunter that got the glass. Bounced right back around for McCann, but he left it there for Walker. Back on for Schwartz to Schenn. Schenn right around in front. Could not stash it by remarkably. He could not get it in. Fed right back on now for Galchenyuk. Rushed there by Falk. It bounces on back. Penguins caught in their own end now. Can't get it through Schenn. Pettersson recovers and gives on to Ruhwedel. Ruhwedel flopped one out as far as center that careens back down and on goal. So the Penguins in the period of the long change will get a change. And O'Reilly dropped it on for Parayko. And Parayko banged one ahead that careened off of Marino, came near Marino again, swung it but into Perron, and then along to O'Reilly, a backhander and a save made by Jarry. That's the 5th scoring chance for the Penguins this period. Schenn has 3 and the Penguins have none.
Nice passing play here by the St. Louis Blues. We talked about Ryan O'Reilly in on the forecheck. Quick little play, take the puck to the net on the backhand, and Jarry holding that post beautifully. But a nice passing play there from the Blues.
You can see Jarry there was up against the post, no holes at all, and played the play that was right there. He didn't get ahead of himself, just sealed that short side. Good save.
Right out to Thomas. Oh, and it's shrugged down by Jarry. Another try. He got in the way of that and then paddled it away. And now he grabs and holds on. My goodness.
Well, this one's a much more difficult save because it has to go from his right to his left. The St. Louis Blues win the face-off. They're able to work this puck down low, and watch this play as it goes from his right to his left. Jarry's able to get across with a strong push with that right skate, and then able to keep that rebound in front of him. You see how active he is with his stick and able to whack it out of harm's way. A good job by the Pittsburgh netminder. You can see that he's got some athleticism to his game as well. Good stuff.
Falk a drive. Oh, and that went off his mask. And in this period, that is 10 shots to 2 in favor of the Blues, and the scoring chances is 8-0. Wow. And that was their last one. Now full strength Parayko across, diving play by Marino, and here comes Malkin, breezing on in, drops it on back for a shot. Oh, it couldn't go for Simone. Another great opportunity for Simone, and he couldn't cash in. Now it's brought on by Gensel, got it to Marino, across to Malkin. Malkin tried to shuffle it on for Simone, bounced off Marino, kept alive Letang, on to Malkin, turns on to Gensel. Gensel wheels, Marino wants it, fires, rang it off the post, and back to center it comes.
What a heck of a shift by Marino. Defensive play led to all this offensive activity.
Here's Gensel, a shot, save Binnington, and he covers.
Blues not happy with Malkin giving Binnington a whack as he had that puck, and that's what brought everybody below the goal line. But a outstanding shift, post penalty kill for the Penguins.
Yeah, and it all starts with the defensive play here by Marino. A dive to get a stick on it, creates the odd man opportunity for the Penguins the other way, and eventually it's Simone with the quality chance. What a blocker save by Binnington from point blank range. But you mentioned the strong play of John Marino this year and the acquisition of Marino. But boy, he's been a noticeable player here tonight for the Penguins, Edzo.
Yeah, and then here's that slash there by Malkin. Going to the blue paint, don't mind that at all by Malkin, and you figure the response would come from the Blues.
Riikola had that one jabbed away by Binnington. Barbashev. Scrapping for it. Trotman kept it going. McCann couldn't walk to the front because of Barbashev. Yanked on through by Walker. Turnaround shot by Nason. Wound up going wide. Then around it comes off McCann. Then Falk tipped away from behind by McCann. Worked along for Cahoon. Cahoon dropped it off. McCann there. And that's a rebound score! It's Nason in his first game.
Jared McCann throws this puck to the net, and from my vantage point, it looked like Nason stopped the puck before it actually got to Binnington. He knocked it out of midair. Binnington's anticipating the puck coming to him. He stops it, he pulls it, and has a wide open net.
What a terrific play. No chance here for Binnington. I mean, you're anticipating it coming to you. It never does. And at that point, you're in trouble. You know that right-hand shot is going to take it to the open side of the net, and he puts it home. What a debut for Nason here in his first game as a Penguin to get a goal.
Penguins with the goal in the first minute of the game and in the last minute of the second period. And Marino is able to clear it back down, and that's it for 2. Carryover time of 1:49 going into the third for the Blues, who trail at the end of 2 to the Penguins 2-0. Then Binnington. Parayko lobbing it back high. Bounce near Trotman in his legs, but he was remarkably able to at least get a stick on it, though he can't clear out. It's the Blues working in deep now on Thomas. Then off Malkin and followed through, and it's Bozak. Bozak dances from 1, lost control, started back ahead, laid on in, brought in by Galchenyuk.
Well, the Blues had the puck. It's forced turnover by Malkin. Lafferty to Galchenyuk, looking for his second on the season. Binnington gets a piece, but not enough.
And I love the anticipation by Lafferty once he knew that Bozak was in trouble and was able to get that to Galchenyuk. That's a big goal for Galchenyuk. I mean, this is a guy that's had to deal with some injuries coming over from Phoenix. He's been a disappointment since coming over. Only his second goal now for the Pittsburgh Penguins. If he can somehow find his offense, this will be a big find for the Pittsburgh Penguins because he has been silent so far this year.
And again back in, it's Ricola.
And one way that the Blues can get back in this game is by getting their defense involved in the offense, jumping into the play, pinching in, keeping plays alive. That's one of their great strengths. And we've seen many a comebacks this year in the National Hockey League. The teams being down 2-3 goals.
Simone had another great chance, but denied by Binnington, and that puck out of play. He is going to the bench to check his legs for snake bite. 3-0. What a save! And then out of play. 3-0 Penguins.
That one there is an A++ chance. He shoots it back into the pad of Binnington, and then a little help there, mails it up and over the wide open net. 3-on-1 here.
Aston Reese ahead. Gave it on a cross for the feet. Oh, and Marino couldn't jam it home, and they still keep working around behind. Binnington is keeping this game from becoming a fistful or more for the Penguins. And I can only imagine that it's an exciting time around the Pietrangelo house because of triplets approaching Christmas. The net is empty. The Blues are going to go for it and pound away, and Pietrangelo across, and a shot, score! But it is wiped out immediately.
Schwartz was in the vicinity of Jari.
We'll get the ruling.
The contact from Trotman. Schwartz was there, and we've got a ruling.
After reviewing the play, the call on the ice is confirmed. We have no goal. St. Louis has a bench minor penalty, delay a game.
And for the challenge and the loss, St. Louis will end up shorthanded.
Back it comes now for Malkin. And he will just drop back and chew up more time. The last time Tristan Jarry had a shutout was January 5th, 2018 at the New York Islanders. This is the third of his career. 33 for 33. And so his teammates will pour over the boards to congratulate him. Now. Final score in the game, the Penguins 3, the Blues 0.